I came out here to kind of tell myself I'm done with this painting. I've reduced the size of this cloud from where it was. I've made the shadows here, the drop shadow from the structure here, less dark, more transparent. I've, um, I've, the foreground here was way too monochromatic with the same kind of turquoisey green bushes that were here. I've changed them, made them a little lighter to pick up some of the light in the background. In fact, I had a client come out, and that's not the reason I'm doing it. In fact, the client was interested in the painting, and I said, well, it's really not quite ready yet. I do need to do some more work in here and a few things, and I'll call you when it's ready. And then I brought it out here today after I've made some changes, thinking I'm done, but I really am not done. I like these yellows I've got right here, and I'd like to end up putting some of these yellow, they were yellow, but I went over them. I don't know, it seems like I can come out here, hang it on the wall, come back out here, make some changes, hang it back on the wall, and each time I think I'm making changes that makes it into a better painting, but I'm not so sure. Eventually I'll be done, just like every other painting. Eventually I'm done, and eventually I say, there's nothing else I can do to this to make it into a better painting. But for whatever reason, I don't think I'm there today. I really don't think I am. I'm looking at these 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this fourth one. I want to darken one of them. They just seem too much, it's too repetitive. And when things become too repetitive, I want to go in and make changes. I do like some of the light, the mountains. This is Zion, East Temple in Utah. And I've done smaller versions of it. And I'm looking at smaller versions. Where are they? Oh, gosh. Anyway, I've got smaller versions of it. In fact, this is an earlier version right here. This is a 16 by 20. This is 2632, a little bit larger than 2632. And I'm not sure. I've got to like it somewhat. I mean, loving my paintings is not something I do easily, but I've got to like it well enough to say it's done. Even though my signature has been there for a while, I'm going back over it to make changes, and that's what I'm doing now. I thought I came out here because I was done, but I really don't think I am. I don't know if I like this is actually a shadow of the structure of the hills that are here. Don't know if I've made that clear. Could be. There are things like highlights inside the shadows, like right here, and so I've had that already. Yeah, I've had shadows in there and highlights in there, and because even in the shadows there are highlights, and there should be highlights in here too. I've had this already, and then I've changed my mind, or I've painted over it, and then the next time around I forgot to include it again. So I understand that people who end up making copies, when the copy looks like the original photograph or the original scene, they're done. But for myself, I don't seem ever to be done, and that's what drives me crazy. I mean, it really drives me up the wall, and it drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely nuts. But I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm alone in feeling this way or doing this or making the kind of changes I'm making constantly. I don't think I'm alone. I really don't. One of the reasons I brought it back out here, besides when I told the client that things needed to be changed, a few things here and there, I keep thinking I'm getting closer. I really think I'm getting closer. Don't know if I like this blue thing down here. I wanted to bring some warmth down in here. And that's what the original intent was. But I don't know if the original intent is still valid. You know, don't know if that is something that helps it or not. It's literally an experiment from beginning to end. Literally an experiment. A trial and error, trying things, undoing it, hanging it on the wall, bringing it back out here. But I think I'm going to leave it alone for a while. It's time to hang it back on the wall to find out, is it or isn't it done? I like many of the changes that I've done, and I think I've made it more complicated. Not more complicated makes it better. That's not the point. The point is I've added things to it, and I've reduced things in other areas, and I'm liking it better. But it seems that's the struggle I've got with every single painting. I make changes, I hang it, bring it out to my tiny, tiny little studio, hang it on my easel, and then I go over it. Now, I brought it out in the frame because I thought I was done earlier today. But I brought it out again thinking I'm going to do it one more time and kind of record it to see if I can look at that and see on the video, is there something else I want to change? Anyway, I think I'm done. I'm hanging it back on the wall. Oh, this is a nice, one of the last frames I've got of Petros, who was my frame maker for a long, long time. Now it's somebody else. I loved his frames, but he was hit by the 2008 economic crisis, and he had to give it up. And so now I'm getting my frame somewhere else. Anyway, I like the painting. I don't know, has there ever been a painting that I love? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm always thinking there's something else I can do.